2020, I was living my best life out in Canada, hiking, trekking, camping with friends, met the love of my life at the horse races, learned to snowboard, went to Mexico on a wee trip. Along a way into MRI showed I had a huge brain tumour and had to go rushed in for urgent surgery and came out of there with every orifice shoved with pipes and tubes. It was horrible. I just felt so unwell and sore. My headaches were unbelievable, like insane. COVID had just struck, so I wasn't allowed one visitor, but they got most of it out, 90%. So then the physio started. I was doing a lot of physio on my own, trying silly little things with cutlery and hair baubles and anything I could think of just to try and gain my strength back. I got out of that surgery and had no mobility at all in my left hand, which I was left-handed. It was hard to not want to use my other hand and just leave my weak hand. It just was a really strange time. Everything felt weird, like even to pick up a little glass that's a little plastic jug. Everything was just so hard and I was so wobbly. My hand-eye coordination was just basically non-existent, but I was so blessed and met lovely people in the ward. Unfortunately, a lovely Alana there has already passed away. Lovely staff like Gary and my bestie Monica. How blessed was I to have a friend that worked in there. I was spoiled with ice creams, burritos, cozy socks to help me get over this. This was me when I was just coming out home. Came back to a lot of love and well wishes and brand new bedroom all set up for me. I had a big swollen face, but nothing was really bringing me down because my brother landed home from Australia. That's me getting my stitches out. It was really messy for a long time. Obviously I was having to get Stephen to help me to even wash myself, and him only just back from Canada, and we weren't together even that long. It was pretty crazy, but I couldn't believe how quick my scar started to heal up. I continued with my own physio. The steroids made me crazy. I couldn't sleep anyway, so I'd be up at 5 a.m. doing washing, chopping veg, using anything I could think of to work my hand. Even little things like putting on mascara, it was honestly so difficult, but I just kept pushing myself. I have a physio friend, she told me to use my electric toothbrush on that hand. It felt weird. I felt up to be able to hold a pencil again and then write, and now I do still get a numb hand a lot and I can't feel it, but I can actually write and do things. It wasn't all chores. We made fun with it as well, playing games and using my brain. I got obsessed with Scrabble and Word Up on my phone. One thing I do still struggle with a little bit is reading, so here we are. Stephen reads to me a lot, which is just so lovely. The presents kept arriving from all over the world. I'm the most blessed girl ever. So much self-care was involved, baths and fires and face masks. We were getting out for wee short walks when I could. It was lovely weather. And further treatment started. Of course, there was a big tree in the road the first day we were going. Got there and got my first amazing friends that lent us their houses. We went and lived up in Belfast during my radiotherapy, my fertility treatment. There's Stephen and Zach and other people had to learn how to inject me because I could definitely not do it myself. My biggest fear is injections and needles, and of course this is the diagnosis I flippin' got. Through it together. We read every single anti-cancer book. Well, Stephen did, of course, and we tried our best to change our diet, be adventurous with our food, drinking so many smoothies. I was flat out on supplements. Then I started feeling sick and nauseous, and it was hard to even eat or drink anything. Everybody was involved. I had friends coming up and social distance in the garden. I honestly was so blessed with lovely people all around me. I had so much love, and as much as it was the most hell time of my life, it was also, we had many lovely times and really special times in among it. COVID had just hit, so I was having to go into appointments on my complete own while I literally was so scared. It was awful. My hair did start growing back, but of course then the radiotherapy made it all fall out again. That was pretty traumatic. It was really, really, really sore. My head was just burnt alive, and I had to keep going for more and more sessions on the burnt head. Yeah, I just hated the way I looked. I hated the way I felt. I didn't ever want to look in the mirror. It was probably the most difficult time. and that was 7 weeks. I had 30 sessions of radiotherapy. But we got used to all the headscarves and all the hair bands. Even Stephen made light of it. Sometimes we try and make a laugh of it, and what else could you do? All the wigs then, sure, I had every colour, every length, every style. That was also good fun. Head would swell up quite a lot, so I didn't even really like wearing them that much, only for weddings. We ended up getting our wee kittens just for a bit of company and just a bit of joy, and had to train them and, you know, you look after them, so that just gave me something to do, a bit of purpose. So adorable. Wee Emmy really did make my days sometimes when I just thought I couldn't go on. Cuddly and lovely. During chemotherapy, I tried my best to enjoy myself. We went out for dates and had friends up, and we would go out for nice walks, and I started getting obsessed with nature, rainbows, butterflies, everything that I must say I didn't really notice before. Of course, I've always loved nature and getting outside, but I didn't really appreciate it as much before. I suppose that's the positives that come out of the negatives. Going up and down to them chemo appointments was absolutely exhausting. I was so sick. I always just felt nauseous and tired and fatigued and upset and like, why me? But why not me? At least I've learned a lot from it. I know my strength, I know my limits. I know how to look after myself. I know what I need to do to take care of myself. Now I've went on a holistic journey, learning about supplementing and essential oils, and using the oils alongside my medications for everything, especially to empower me on my cancer journey. I started journaling. I learned about chakras. I learned about healing stones and the energy that's all around us. I did a lot of inner child work. I had to go back and think about my childhood, my past, what's brought me here. I started doing a lot of art and getting really mindful and creative and expressing myself in healthier ways. I started doing yoga just at home, short sessions, not putting my head under too much pressure, getting out for walks longer and longer all the time. We went sea swimming. Learned about the power of grounding, so I started getting outside in my bare feet. Oh, when treatment was over, it was a joyous day. We celebrated with all our friends and family and had so many lovely times together. I even started going back out to bars again, and there was live music. Stephen and I celebrated my health by going on a big road trip around Scotland and just having the time of our lives. Trekking, walking, swimming, kayaking, surfing, just feeling so free. It was amazing. Started letting myself have little treats now and again. 80-20 is my rule on food. Weddings and events, we know how to enjoy ourselves. My hair started growing back, but I'm always going to have this big bald part on the side. Why not experiment and go red? Hard to understand and explain, but I will have brain cancer, glioblastoma for the rest of my life. So I thought I'd move up to Belfast to be near to the hospitals. Just something else to get completely dived into, all the upcycling and then celebrating. Still mad into holistic healing. I don't take any medication at all. Started going to a Chinese clinic right across the road, and I started an online course on Chinese medicine. Can't believe it, but my eye test came back completely clear. I've learned to use the public transport because I'm not allowed to drive. I know now to just use numbing gel and all the things to make appointments better, so now I'm not as scared. Everything we're doing is obviously right because we're getting clear scans every time. Have to go every 6 months. I'm eating well, learning to make new things all the time, really enjoying it. Trying new foods all the time, growing new things all the time, absolutely loving my little jungle in the house. Doing learning online because I just want to have fun now. I want to enjoy my life, no stress going back to my old job. I'm feeling like the old me, but also like a brand new me at the same time. It's a bit weird, but really enjoying everything, getting outdoors, getting back to hiking. I'm enjoying pushing myself to do things that I honestly thought I'd never be able to do again. Of course, the animals in the evenings with their cuddles and their wagging tails and their unconditional love for you just really help. Love a wee session down at home and love a wee holiday. We actually got off to Greece this year, enjoyed all the food, the hikes, the views, the weather, and of course I brought my essential oils along with me for the ride. Enjoying beautiful weekends away, like down to Wicklow, but I do get really tired and sore heads a lot, so I do need to rest. I like to draw, eat healthy food, have fun with Stephen, and just get outdoors and look after myself the best I can. My new Instagram, my podcast, and I've even been invited on to speak for other groups. Friends and family were unreal, especially Stephen's sisters, trying to make our life a bit easier. Found my rainbow. This is my life behind the rainbow.